Hello, welcome back to the brand new session of EC Council's Certified Secure Computer User. In this session, we will discuss about the operating system security. Yes, operating system security. But before we go ahead, we need to understand what exactly is operating system. So, the operating system is a software program that control all the functions of both the hardware and the software of a computer device. So, the computer cannot function without an operating system, much in the same way the human body cannot operate without a brain. So the operating system works in a conjunction with a processor and perform tasks such as accepting input from the keyboards, controlling files and the directory in the hard disk, controlling peripheral devices like printers, scanner, etc., displaying the end results on the screen, managing files, store and fetching data from the device memory, handle system resources such as computers memory, sharing of central processing unit, time among various application or peripheral devices. Also, it provides security to the device and its data. So overall, the operating system security is defined as the measures taken to protect the operating system from viruses, threats, malware, and hacking. So the operating system includes several programs and applications which perform the required task and stop unauthorized interface. So the security of a OS can be strengthened in the some following ways, like you can update the operating system regular basis, install the legitimate antivirus software program. You can also analyze the entire network traffic in the network or through the firewall. You can also create a secure accounts with the help of user management system. So there are a lot of things. So this is a operating system and the operating system security. But if I just talk about the operating system platforms and the types, so yeah, there are three platforms. But before we go ahead on platforms, there are three types, that is CLI, TOI, and GUI. CLI means command line interface. The best example of CLI operating system is MS-DOS. Then TUI, you can say the BIOS is the best example for text user interface operating system. And the third, but not the least, that is GUI, graphical user interface. That is the best example of Windows, like, or you can say the Apple macOS, Linux OS, and etc. And if you are just talking about the platforms, so yes, Apple's macOS is the one of the best platform. The second one is Microsoft's Windows, and third, the open source Linux. So these are the three platforms for the operating systems. Okay, so now we will have a look into the Windows operating system security. So just go to the Windows key and you can just go to the setting icon and you will see this kind of setting. So the operating systems comes with a feature called system lock, so which will enable users to set a password for the computer or device, either manual or maybe the automatic. And yep, so you can just you can just press the Windows plus L icon to lock your system, or also you can just launch the start screen by clicking Windows bottom left corner on the screen. But it's not visible right now because I'm not recording my taskbar, so that's why it's not visible at all. But yes, you can just click on the Windows icon and you can just click on sleep button. As you can see, that power icon and sleep, so by which the your system will get locked. You can also go through the screensaver option. So if you are just going through the screensaver option, obviously it will get automatically locked. So I'm just searching the screensaver option. Screensaver, that is a change screensaver. So once you are there, so yeah, you can also click, or you can also go through the bubbles, mustify, or photos. You can also setting, and has no option that you can set. Okay, fine, I don't have the options as of now, but yeah, you can you can just configure your setting like 3D text, and you can just configure your minutes or maybe the time, and then you can it will get automatically locked, right? So this is the how you can configure your setting for the lock purpose. And after that you can also go through the accounts and sign in option, right, where you will see all the lock options, where you can configure facial recognition if you have, right, if your device supports the facial recognition. The second, fingerprint recognition if your device supports. In my case, my device is supporting the fingerprint recognition. You can set the pin, security key, that is a physical smart key, password, you can set the password and the picture password as well. So there is a dynamic lock system as well if you're having any Bluetooth devices like mobile phone or like something like that. So you can just connect your mobile phone with this PC or with this laptop, and whenever you will be away from the laptop, it will get automatically locked. So this is known as a automatically lock system, or you can say the dynamic lock. You can on or you can enable this lock icon as well. Then you can also configure the users if you want to configure the user. Just go to the accounts, and there will be the other user. So you can configure other user as well. You can add the accounts, right? It will ask you some basic details, and once you configure your basic details, yes, you will have all the users. And other than that, if you want to change your password of this particular account, so yes, I will go through the sign in option and I will just change my password. Or if I want to change the pin, yes, you can also change your pin according to your requirement, right? So you can just click on change pin. And other than that, you can also go through the control panel option. If you are not having the control panel in your start menu, so you can search for control panel, because that is again the important task which you can follow, right? And you can just also go through the user accounts, right? So you can change the account type, you can also remove the user accounts, right? So you can manage actually all the user accounts which you are having in your system. So you can also manage your credentials. Just go back. Then you can create a password reset disk. You can manage your file encryption certificate. You can configure the advanced user profile, right? So in my case, this is all about, this is a way, because this is a, you know, domain account, right? So that's why there will be some limitations. So this is not a administration account, but yeah, you can see that this is a managed user, so that's why I am having some of the limitations. So this is all about the user management or the password management for any kind of user. And the next is if you want to update your softwares, or for the Windows 10 or maybe Windows 11, so yes, you can just check for the updates. Just go to the settings and you will see the Windows update, or you can also search in a Cortana box or maybe the search box of start menu. So you can just go through the Windows update. So make sure you are regularly updating your system, and your system should be up to date. Make sure you are using the licensed version of Windows, right? So how we can check that, I will just show you once I'm just checking the Windows update. I hope there is no any update, but let me just check. Oh, okay, so you can see that there is a security intelligence update for the Microsoft Defender antivirus program. So yep, it will be installed automatically, and it will ask me to restart the system if it is required, but you can see that it's not required. So yep, my system is up to date. Then you can just go through the system and the activation. See, this is the activation. So you can see my Windows 11 Pro is activated with a digital license. So yep, my Windows is licensed. right? So please make sure that you are not using the pirated Windows. I will never recommend to use any pirated software or maybe pirated operating system. And also make sure that your apps should be up to date. So you can just go to the store, Microsoft Store. So yep, you can just open, and please make sure that you are up to date with application as well. So you can just go through the library, and let me just check. So now I think so it's up to date again, but let me just check get updates. So this is a Microsoft Store. You can sign in, and then you can get updates. So I think so, yeah, now you can see that your apps and games are up to date. So yep, we are up to date in as a software and as a hardware as well. So now I'm just going through the control panel once again for firewall configurations. By the way, you can also go through the firewall with the help of setting and in the privacy and security. I hope so. So you can see the Windows security option, and you can open the Windows security option as well. So it is again opened. So now you can see the security at glance, virus protection, the account protection, then firewall and network protection, apps and browser control, device security option, device performance, health, and all. So you can just go through it, make sure that everything is up to date and everything is turned on, right? Like account protection, maybe the virus threat protection, firewall and network protection. So you can also go through the firewall configuration with the help of Windows security or Windows bar. And then you can also turn on the app and browser control, device security. Please make sure that you are keeping it on, device performance, health, and all. So yep, I have enabled family option. If you want to configure the parental control, so yes, you can configure the setting, and the protection history if you want to check. So anyways, it's all about the Windows security option. So you can also go through the firewall with the help of control panel, which I was just discussing. So you can just go through the network system and security. So you will see the Windows Defender firewall. So you can also change, or you can also turn off the Windows Defender with the help of this control panel option. So you can change the notification setting if you want. If you want to turn off the Windows Defender firewall, yes, which is not recommended. So I will also not recommend to turn off the Windows Defender or maybe the Windows Defender firewall, right? What is actually Windows Defender and firewall? So see, there are two tools, Windows Firewall and Windows Defender, right? So basically Windows Firewall will keep the network security for your system, and Windows Defender will keep the system security, right? So please make sure that you are clear about this part. So you can have a look. Yeah, so this is a firewall advanced security option that you can create a rule for any kind of tool. So I'm just checking that did I configure the inbound and outbound rule for the Corel or not. Yeah, so you can see that I have already enabled the icon. Yep, I have already enabled the program. Yep, and outbound rule, sorry. So you can also check with the same, right? So inbound, that the incoming traffic, and outbound, that is outgoing traffic. So you can create a rule if you want to block any kind of program, or if you want to block any kind of website. Yes, you can create a rule. We will see in upcoming session that how we can do that. So this is all about the firewall setting, defender setting, maybe the accounts and password setting, and the security options all. Now the next is BitLocker, which I was discussing. So you can also turn on the BitLocker option for your Windows. So with the help of BitLocker, you can encrypt your disk. But please make sure I will recommend to not use the BitLocker, because if you forgot the password, so it will be very difficult to recover the password, right? So I'm not using this because I have already have some experience. So when I was using the BitLocker, I just my laptop got shut down and it was actually the processing. So when I just turn on the laptop, so yes, I just lost all the data because it was not recovering any data, because at the time of processing my laptop got shut down. So yeah, if you want to use, just be careful about the your data, and you can just turn on the BitLocker with the help of turn on BitLocker, and it will show you some process, and then you can save the file or maybe anything else. So this is all about that, how you can so yeah, do you want to cancel BitLocker setup? Yes. So yes, I have turned off the BitLocker. I don't want to use BitLocker for any device because my all the devices are uh, very crucial and I am having a lot of data, so I don't want to use BitLocker for now because I am having a bad experience. So that's why. Otherwise, yes, you can use, but make sure you are having some backup of your data. So this is all about the BitLocker encryption. Next is you can just click on your Windows icon, right click, and when you will right click, you will see the Task Manager option. You can go through the Task Manager, and yeah, you will see this kind of things. So if you want to end any kind of any kind of program, and if your program is not responding, so you can directly end the task with the help of Task Manager, right? So it will get the stop, it will forcefully stop, right? And you can just restart your program, right? And again, if you want to monitor your process, so yes, you can monitor your system with the help of a task manager like CPU performance, memory performance, disk, maybe disk. I am having a 3 disk, so yes, you can have a look that I am using a lot of time SSD. In fact, I am having all those 2 disk or 3 disk as SSD. And this is app history, that how you can check the app history. Then again, you can just go through these startup apps. So if you want to disable any kind of startup apps, so yes, you can just disable these startup apps if you don't want to use it. Like I just want to disable this program which I don't want to enable as when Windows is getting start. So yep, I think so everything is fine. Yeah, so I'm okay with these options. So now the next, let's have a look. Users, I'm having only one user. If you want to manage your user accounts, you can just go through this manage user accounts. You can also go through the open file location. Then details, you will get all the details which you are having, all the services and the applications. You can just go through it, and these are the application services. These are applications and these are application services, right? You can check the description as well. So if you don't want, you can remove or you can disable or you can stop. This is a setting of your task manager preference. So in the next session, we will see how we can protect the systems using the antivirus program. So don't get hooked, think before you click. Stay protected while you are connected with network.